So I'm going to start with a wooden box of my dampened foundry sand, and I'm going to make two different kinds of climbing holds to demonstrate the two different fastening methods. So the first one is actually a climbing hold that I made a few days ago. I like the shape of it, so I'm going to replicate it here. So I'm going to push it down into the sand. And then I'm going to pull it out. And for the second one, I've got this hold here, which is a plaster blank that I made, and I'll push it into the sand. Now I'm going to reach in here with a spoon, and I'm going to dig out an area in here because I want there to be a bit of a ledge for easier gripping. These holds here will be for a children's climbing wall, so the holds shouldn't be all that challenging. And this extra sand here, I'll just remove it. I can get in with my finger and smooth it down a little bit. There, now it's ready for its design. So I have this plastic beetle bug here, and I'm going to push the beetle bug down into the sand. And then lift it out carefully. So for this hold here, I'm going to make a hole in it so that it can be bolted onto the climbing wall. I use this sort of thing. It's actually a 3/8 bolt wrapped in some cellophane tape and a little piece of pipe. So I'm going to push it down into the sand. Like that, and I'm going to place a washer on top of it. The reason for the washer is that it'll be cemented into place in the hold, and it'll even out the pressure from the bolt when it's tightened. And for the screw-on hold here, I've cut 3 pieces of drinking straws, and I'm going to push them down into the sand so that I'll be casting 3 holes for mounting. So I'm using this cement that's like an industrial grout, and I've mixed it pretty thick. I'm just going to vibrate it a little bit. Maybe add a little tiny bit more. There. Okay, it's been a couple of hours, so I'm going to gently pull out these straws. It's nice to pull them out while the cement's still a little bit wet. Much easier to get out. And I'm going to lift the casting out. and set it down on a piece of wood. Okay, now for the other one. With this one here, I'm going to lift it out first. There, now I'm going to wiggle this out very carefully. It's nice to be able to pull these out while the cement is still a little bit wet. So here's the reason why I put this piece of pipe on the end of this shaft when I do the castings, and that's to make this little carved out area to conceal the bolt a little bit, like that. So I push these down into the sand almost all the way, but I try and remember to leave about maybe half an inch sticking out of the bottom of the sand for casting. Just enough to conceal the head of the bolt. Here's a look at the resulting castings. That one there is a child's handprint, and that one there's an otter footprint, and starfish, and fossils, and shells, and there's a big salamander, and a frog, and a nose. Lots of different designs. So each one has an undercut in the casting, so they'll be easy to grip for children.